and grotesque one can't imagine. Here now with reaction, the man who is behind the push to defund Planned Parenthood in the U.S. Senate, author of Taking a Stand, 2016 GOP presidential hopeful, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. I see that the mayor of New York, Comrade de Blasio, apparently took a shot at you. You want to respond to him?
It means I must be doing something right when the socialists and left-wingers and the mayor of New York's going after me. But, you know, I'm horrified by these videos, and everybody is. When I think of ultrasound, I think of the pictures of my kids before they were born and the happiness we had. To imagine that doctors are using ultrasound to manipulate the body around, turn the body around to take body parts from a baby, it sickens me. And so I've been fighting to defund Planned Parenthood. I don't think they should get any taxpayer dollars. And we got good news today. We are going to get a vote on this. The Senate will vote on defunding Planned Parenthood before we leave in August.
And will it be a 51 majority, or do you need to get cloture?
Because of the way the Senate rules are, you always have to get to 60. You almost never can do 50. And so we'll have to get to a 60-vote margin. We're going to try to keep the Republicans together. And there's at least 3 or 4 Democrats that we think we have a chance of getting. That gets us close. We're up to about 58 then. So we're going to work very hard. I think there are some pro-choice Democrats. There are many pro-choice Americans who are horrified by this because they don't think of abortion as turning the baby around and harvesting baby parts and showing kidneys and livers and lungs and hearts that are then being resold. The gruesomeness of this cannot be overstated, and I think we may well get some Democrats who are going to say enough's enough. We can't keep funding a group that does this.
There are at least 3 or 4 laws that I believe will have been violated. It is against the law to harvest tissue or body parts of aborted fetuses. And you hear in these videos, oh, well, we'll crush the baby here so we can preserve the lungs and the heart and the liver. So that, to me, my interpretation is that is against the law. It is against the law to manipulate the abortion procedure for the purpose of harvesting body parts. And similarly, you cannot have medical professionals knowing that they're being harvested. All of those laws, my interpretation of those tapes is they broke them, yet the Attorney General is looking into this group that got the undercover videos, but not Planned Parenthood. Do you think the Justice Department ought to be looking into this?
Absolutely, but I think there's another question here, too. Do you think when these young women are signing a consent for their procedure, they know that they're signing a consent that their baby's body parts will be sold? I'm guessing that when you go in to have an abortion, they're saying that this consent is for the procedure, and I really wonder if the women know that the baby's kidneys and liver and heart are going to be sold off.
Well, we had a representative on that used to work for them and said that she felt the people were being manipulated and not told the whole truth about what was going to happen.
I think the whole story is going to come forward. I'm happy we're going to have a vote in the Senate, and we're going to try to take away every last penny of taxpayer dollars. People have to realize this has nothing to do with women's health. We have community health centers that provide all kinds of women's health. There is $5 billion being spent in the community health centers, and everything that's done at Planned Parenthood is done in a community health center except for abortion. There's no reason to have any federal money going to Planned Parenthood.
And, of course, they're making money. As that one woman said on the tape, she wants to buy a Lamborghini. Let me play for you a black Democrat, Ohio State representative, slamming Planned Parenthood, wondering, where do Black Lives Matter here? Watch this.
What business is it of yours, Mr. Batman, that 56 million unborn? It is my business, especially when 17 million of them are black women. 17 million, more than any other population. 17 million that look and act and talk and with needs similar to myself, but even more than that, they're Americans and they're human beings. You hear a lot of demonstrations across the country now about Black Lives Matter. Well, they skip one place. They should be in front of Planned Parenthood.
Senator, a big part of your campaign has been outreach to the minority communities, historically black colleges, for example. What is your reaction to what he said there?
Well, you know, as I go into the African-American communities, what I'm finding is many go to church, many are religious, just like white people, and I think that they are horrified by all of this, and I think that same way as the rest of us. So I think that really you're going to find that as we begin to talk about some of these issues, these aren't Republican, Democrat, they're not white, black issues. These are just issues of humanity and knowing that, my goodness, are we really such a callous society?
What about Planned Parenthood's founder, Sanger, and her radical views? What are your thoughts?
Right. Well, she was a eugenicist. She thought that you could use abortion to try to get rid of the people who were inferior. And I think this is why you're also finding that a lot of people who have kids with disabilities are horrified by this whole idea that we're going to get rid of those who are less than perfect. Well, we're all less than perfect in some way or another. And I think really when people begin to realize that what we're talking about here is babies and baby parts, I think people are going to reevaluate the issue. And I hope this is a wake-up call for America to say, you know what? Life's important. I mean, the mystery of life, we can't even understand everything about where life came from, but we certainly ought to respect it or give more respect to it.
All right, Senator, we support you in your effort. Good luck. Hope you can get that done. Thank you.